Hey, this is Josh Gwynn, and in this training lecture, I wanted to give you an update on the top 5 things that you can do to supercharge your LinkedIn profile in 2016. I have a couple of LinkedIn courses, and I've taught over 7,000 students in these courses on how to grow and get more business and leads and sales from their LinkedIn profile, and it's based on my experiences using the LinkedIn platform and what I've been doing to grow my business using LinkedIn. In 2015, I look back and 30% of my business profit came from clients that found me directly on LinkedIn. Now, that's not business sales, that's business profit. Came from clients that found me on LinkedIn that didn't know me before. In other words, they saw something that I posted on LinkedIn and contacted me as a result of what they saw on LinkedIn. So, that's a significant percentage of overall profit for a business. It's a significant amount of money, and it's been done with not too much effort on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn profile is just about on autopilot, and so I'm going to show you in this video training the top 5 things that if you're just going to do 5 things on your LinkedIn profile in 2016 to get more business, make sure it's these things. Just doing these things alone will get you into the top 10 to 20% of all your connections, all the people that you are connected to on LinkedIn. Will get you in the top 10 to 20% if you just do these 5 things. And then I'm going to show you at the end of the video an option if you want to learn more and get the full system that I have for really getting a ton of leads and sales from LinkedIn. So anyway, for the top 5 things, first things first. Some of these, if you've seen any of my courses that are out there, you will have seen some of these things, but I'm going to update them and give you some new ones for 2016 that I've been using and testing that have been working really well. So number 1 is profile picture. And this may seem obvious to a lot of people, but some people still do not have, a lot of people that I've seen still do not have, they either have a blank profile picture that they haven't uploaded one, or they have one that I wouldn't recommend using on LinkedIn. And what you want to do, this is so easy, this does not have to be a professional photo. What you want is a photo where people can clearly see your face. You are in professional attire for your industry, so that doesn't necessarily have to be a suit and tie if your industry is not where that would not be considered professional dress for your industry. But but you want a professional photo where people can see you, they can see your smiling face, and you look like somebody people want to do business with. You don't want to have a picture from a party where there's 5 other people in the picture or anything like that. You want to just see you, it to be a professional picture, and you want to look friendly and like people want to do business with. So that's what I'd recommend for the profile. That's step number 1. So if you don't have a profile picture, make sure you do that. That's super easy to do. Now, LinkedIn has updated this within the last year. This background picture, you can also edit this background picture. Now, a lot of people haven't done this, and so if you do this, which you just click right here to edit the background, and then you can change the image, remove the image, or save a new one. Change the background image to something that is visually appealing, and people will see that, and they'll know that you have done more than the average person on your LinkedIn profile. So the next thing is this headline section. Number 2 is this headline section. You can see that mine reads, helping businesses profit with social media marketing, President Redline Digital, successful social media strategist. Now, what you want to do here, the strategy for your headline and your picture and your name are the 3 things that people are going to see even if they don't click into your profile. So if you post anything on LinkedIn, if you respond or comment or like anything that somebody else posted, these are the only 3 areas of your profile that you're going to see. So the strategy for your headline is to tell people who you help and how you help them, right? So you're telling, I'm telling people that I'm helping businesses profit with social media marketing. So I'm telling, anybody that looks at my profile who I help and how I help them. Now, I've also added in who I am. So, my position is President of Redline Digital, and also successful social media strategist. Now, this is more of this section of it. This last little blurb is to help my profile rank for people that are searching for social media strategist or social media marketing. So I've added that in there. But you basically want to do, who you help and how you help them. So what you're offering to people, what you're giving to them, what you can do to help their business. And so that's what you want to include here. Now, one of the cool things that LinkedIn has made available recently is you can actually include, you see this little check mark here, you can actually include these little emojis in your LinkedIn headline. And this draws a lot of attention when somebody sees your LinkedIn profile, and most people don't have these. So you can make this a check mark, you can make it a star. I've seen other people make it other stuff, a little rocket ship. So if you add an emoji, it will make your headline stand out among other people. So that is something that I've recently added within the last couple of months of last year, and it's my LinkedIn profile has gone up significantly in terms of its visibility. And just to kind of show you what how that's working, if you go to the Who's Viewed Your Profile section, you'll see how you rank in profile views. Let me go back to that for a second. All right, so you can see that I was going along in October and November here, and then in December my LinkedIn profile jumped up pretty significantly, or the beginning of January, up 77%. So those are some changes that I made in my profile recently that I'm going to show you. But if you look at how my profile ranks for views, you can see that my LinkedIn profile ranks in the top 4% for profile views among my connections. Out of 5,237 connections, I am ranking 176. So in the top 4%. So when I say you can get into the top 10 to 20% just doing these 5 things, you absolutely can. But then I'm going to show you how you can get even higher than that with a little more knowledge and information. So anyway, back to this. So number 1 was update your profile picture with a professional profile picture. Number 2 was update your headline with who you can help, how you can help them, and who you are, and you can add some keywords in there that you want people to find you for. Also, consider using an emoji like a check mark or a star. It'll make you stand out a lot in profiles when you're posting on stuff. The next thing that is super significant here is the summary. Now you can see that my summary starts out with what I do, how I do it. So I talk to people about, I help businesses use social media marketing and digital marketing to get more traffic, leads, and sales. My clients range from startups to 300 million plus in annual revenue. How I do it, my company, Redline Digital, provides social media marketing, web design, and search engine optimization for online businesses that want to generate more sales. So basically, this is a sales letter. This is telling people what I can do for them, how I do it, and then how they can contact me. So right there, normally the contact information on a LinkedIn profile is way down the page on your profile. You don't want that to be the case. You want it to be a little bit higher up there. I've even used my email address in my headline, but for right now I'm not doing that. If you go to the next section, what others say, it gives some of the recommendations that I've gotten on LinkedIn. So these are from people on LinkedIn. So this is a senior product advisor at Elan Solutions. These are the president of Yeehaw Media. And so these are a couple of recommendations that people posted on my LinkedIn profile. So if somebody went further down my LinkedIn profile, they would see validation of these recommendations. So these are not just things that I threw on here. These are things that I can actually see that other people left on my profile. So I talk about who I worked with, my background. So I was the director of marketing for a 13-store automotive group, territory manager for a Fortune 100 pharmaceutical company, etc. And then specialties are a section of my summary that I've added in to rank for these specific keywords. So I wanted to rank for when people search social media strategy, Facebook advertising campaigns. I wanted to pop up high in my market for those things, and so I added them to my summary. Now, I'll give you a hint. If you want to use my summary, you can go to my LinkedIn profile, and I would certainly invite you to connect with me on LinkedIn. So I definitely like connecting with students on LinkedIn. I've gotten a lot of connections from students, and that's really a great thing. So everybody wins in that scenario. But you can go in and just copy my LinkedIn summary and use it as your own. Just change out your information with mine, and you can use this for your summary. And it's worked really, really well. In fact, the big boost that I've seen recently in my LinkedIn profile, I believe, has come from this type of summary. So Anyway, check it out. Now, when you get my full course on LinkedIn, which I'm going to tell you about in a little bit, I provide a profile summary, a headline summary, summary for recommendations. I'm sorry, templates, not summaries. Templates for how to do this summary, where you can copy and paste, template for headline, template for how to leave recommendations for people that guarantee you're going to get recommendations in return. So there's more resources there, but if you just wanted to do this and copy my LinkedIn summary, you can do that. So that's number 3. Now, number 4 is the job descriptions for your experience on LinkedIn. So this is the experience section of your profile. You can add a position, you can move them up. You can go in and edit anything in here by just clicking on it. So if I wanted to edit this, I go in and just click on this information and I can edit it. But what you'll notice is on my description for each job, I give a description of my company that's keyword rich, so it has website design, social media marketing. We offer the services that we offer. So I go through and there's more keywords that I want to rank for, but also services that we offer. So social media marketing and advertising, social media training, etc. We have worked and have experience with the following brands. I work a lot in the automotive industry, so you can see the brands that I've worked with. And then this specialties section, which is pretty significant. Again, this is where I've seen a big boost in my LinkedIn profile ranking, and the number of views that I get on my profile have come from adding this specialty section. And I've gone down and every previous job that I've had, so there's my director of marketing position, you'll notice consistent things, bullet point benefits of how I help people with numbers. So you can see, for example, that increase weekly social media marketing reach by 35,000%. Which is all accurate. This is all realistic numbers. So I added those things, and then again, that specialty section is super important. So I went through each job that I've had previously and added all of those things. So you can see in my profile that all of my previous work positions read just like that. So that's number 4. Number 5 is how to add hundreds of connections with just a few clicks. So if you're just going to do 5 things, those 4 things, profile picture, headline, summary, and your job descriptions, flesh out your job descriptions. And then the 5th thing is to add a whole bunch of connections with a few clicks. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. So the way you would want to do that is under My Network right here, go to Connections. Go to Add Contacts. All right, so what you're going to do now is you basically allow LinkedIn to connect to whatever mail server you use. So it's going to connect to your client, your contacts on your mail server. So, for example, my mail server that I use is Gmail, but if I wanted to change it, I could do Yahoo. When you select one of these, it's just going to prompt you to log in for that particular service. So since I'm already logged into Gmail, it's going to go, and I selected Gmail. And now it's going to connect with Gmail and look at my contacts. It's going to find all of my contacts that are in my Gmail that are also on LinkedIn. All right, so now you can see it. So if you look at this, you can see that it says good news, 733 of the contacts you synced are also on LinkedIn. Select the people that you'd like to connect with. Now, I've already sent invitations to most of these people, so I'm not going to do it again because you don't want to keep sending them invitations. But you can see by default, it checks all of these people that I'm connected to, and I can add those people all at once by clicking Add 733 Selected Connections. So you can add request to connect with 733 people all at one time. Now, if you do this, you will get literally hundreds of connections within a few hours or a day or so, and this will significantly boost your visibility on LinkedIn. So this is a huge tip that I recommend everybody do. If you haven't done this, definitely go through and do this. Now I'm going to go to skip this step because I don't want to do this again because I just added a bunch of people recently, and I don't want to keep adding them because they don't like that. So now this is the contacts that are synced that aren't on LinkedIn yet. So you see that I have 1,688 people that are selected that aren't on LinkedIn. Now I could send all of these people a invitation to join LinkedIn. The problem with that is a lot of these people are already on LinkedIn that just under another email address than what I have for them in my contacts. So I'm not going to have them I'm not going to invite them to join LinkedIn when a lot of them probably already are on LinkedIn. But you can see that I could have added 733 connections within a few clicks. I definitely recommend you do that. And then it's going to bring you to this section where it recommends people that you may know. So then you can manually go in and add some additional people from your LinkedIn, and this is based on people that you're already connected to. So these are connections of people that you're already connected to. So you can go through and add a bunch of people. And if you do that, if you just do those 5 things, I guarantee that your LinkedIn profile will get into the top 10 to 20% of your connections. You can see that in the last 90 days, 343 people have viewed my profile. Had some big jumps here with some different things that I've tried and tested and done. If you look at how I rank for profile views, it's in the top 4% of my LinkedIn connections, and you can easily get here. So I definitely recommend that you do this. Now, if you just want to do 5 things on your LinkedIn profile this year in 2016, these are the things. But if you want to do more than that, if you want to learn a system for how to set up your LinkedIn profile to where you can get in the top 5 or 4 or 3% of your connections and add thousands of connections like this, I have a program, and I'll put a link to this program in below this video. So I'll put a link or a button below this video, and you can get to it, and it'll take you to this page. So this is LinkedIn for Business Blueprint. This is my premium LinkedIn course, and it will teach you how to get more leads and sales from LinkedIn in 30 days, even if you're a total rookie. And you can go through here, and I'll put a link to this below this video, but you can go through here and you can see my story about how I started on LinkedIn, that I didn't do anything until 2013, and my LinkedIn profile sucked, and I generated no business. And then I have recently, starting in 2013, I started to really work on improving my LinkedIn profile because I saw the potential for business that I could be generating from it. And in 2015, 30% of my business profit came from clients that found me on LinkedIn. And it's not that I'm really good at doing LinkedIn. It's that I found a system from testing and just reading a bunch of articles about LinkedIn and taking courses on LinkedIn. I came up with a system that I've tested and tweaked for the last couple of years, and it works extremely well to get business. So you can see I've ranked as high in the top 3 for profile views among my connections. So this system works extremely well. So anyway, you can come over to this page and read about the course. I'm not going to hard sell the course, but I think you would like it a lot. Other people have taken the course, and you can read some of their testimonials. This guy jumped from 63% to the top 10% among his connections in less than 2 weeks. So this definitely works. And let's see where this guy got. He improved his LinkedIn profile by 38%. Just the 5 main principles listed. So just these things, you can improve up to 38%. And then it grew by 64% within a couple of weeks. So he'd recommend this course to anyone. So we cover a lot of things in this course. You can see all of the things that I cover in the course here. So the top 5 steps to get an awesome LinkedIn profile. You can preview some of the lectures by clicking on this preview button. You can see all of the course lectures. So how to get found in LinkedIn search and Google search, we cover that. What to post on LinkedIn and when to post to get leads. So I covered that. How to get killer endorsements and recommendations. I cover a ninja way to get more endorsements and how to get awesome recommendations from colleagues, and I give you a template for how to do that. How to connect with key decision makers. How to find the email address for any decision maker at any company using LinkedIn. So imagine if you could do that and you could find the CEO or the VP or the director of sales or director of marketing for any company, find their work email address and send them a professional email. I'll show you how to do that in this course. So anyway, check out the course. I'm not hard selling the course, but I think you get a lot out of it. Enjoy it. I'll put a link to that below this video. And this course is available right now at a pre-sale price. So the price that it's at right now is pre-sale. So I'm updating this course with several videos coming up over the next couple of weeks on how to create a LinkedIn company profile page, the correct way to do that, how to make sure it ranks in Google search, what email you can send to these business people once you find their email address using LinkedIn, how to send them an email, what to send in that email, and you can borrow my template that's worked extraordinarily well to generate business and connections. So check out the course. I'm going to, again, I'll put a link below this video if you want to check it out, and you could read more about it on this page. If you're just going to do those 5 things, though, make sure you do the 5 things that I just mentioned in this video. So I hope that helps you. If you have any questions, you can shoot me a message in the comments or email me. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I look forward to, I hope you join the course, and I look forward to seeing you in there if you do.